I trust this. I believe in it. I am moving with a choice, my own choice. Nobody's forcing you to go along, right? And I'm talking to the public right now. But it's a mistake. It's a massive mistake if you're going through just out of curiosity or somebody told you to do. I haven't seen any creativity comes, from somebody who's forced to do a job or any type of activity. The best success, creativity, accomplishments come when you have passion, conviction, love in what you're doing. With the right people. Now, any other opinion, if you're with us outside our network or atmosphere, it's a distraction. If you want to listen to it, if they propose a better choice, a better plan to you, I'll be happy to cheer for you. But don't take evaluations from somebody's whether unknown, complete, bogus, ambiguous, personality, no track record success, no history. They haven't done anything good for humanity. They're always, grumping and bitching about everything. Make sure you follow people who are ahead of you. They've done it before. They have track record, they can prove, and they at least they're not going to diminish what you've achieved on your own or previously. Nothing worse than taking advice from somebody who's less qualified than yourself. So we're all clear that we must change. We're all clear that this change not going to be the same as the past. We're going to have less talk about specifics. We can talk more about things when they're there. Now, the question is, when do we move to the next phase? Okay. Very short and sweet, to the point. Okay. We wouldn't talk about the next phase until, number one, completely detached from the previous culture or mentality or mindset. If you're in the same mentality 3 years ago, we're not ready, including myself. If I am in the present now, have applied all the knowledge, all the mistakes, all of that to the next, then we're good. That's one. Second thing is, we are not moving to ONPASSIVE 2.0. We're not moving to a refurbished ONPASSIVE. I said it last time. We don't have any commonality between ONPASSIVE and next chapter, one common. As of now, you're not in it. Only Ash Mufareh. Only myself. Not a line of code, not a big product or office, country, one single staff member. None of that has moved or will move to the next chapter. Are we clear on that? Now, if you come along, you would say, yeah, we have ONPASSIVE in common. So it was you, myself, in a different business. Are we clear on that? We will not go to the next chapter until we complete our case with the SEC or conclude it. We're very optimistic and hopeful that it will be a good outcome. Potentially within the next 60 days. Within the next 60 days, potentially this could be resolved favorably. That has to be done before we talk about the next chapter. So mindset, okay, be clear that this is not repeating or repackaging. SEC case must be done. And then the technical preparation must be done. So what are we doing? What are we busy with right now? It's all about preparation, because I believe every day either you prepare for tomorrow or repair from yesterday. So either you prepare or you repair. For the last year or so, okay, we've been repairing and preparing. Repairing mistakes and, criminal acts of others, fatal mistakes that we had to fix because they were lack of experience, character, and they just got a position. People wouldn't follow so and so because of what they've done for them. They didn't do anything for anybody, right? They just had a position. We had to listen to them, or others invited them, or we've, kind of like send them to attend events and all of that. So they thought, they're like, oh, I'm the boss. I'm, an angel on earth, right? Because people can really get fooled by pictures or all that. It's only a title. Leaders are not taken by their title or position. Leaders get everybody ahead of them. People will follow the leaders, not a position. Leaders who have literally inspired them or somewhat transformed something in your life. I say it often, we do business with people we know. It's not the product, it's not the mechanics. 80%, if not more, it's about the nature of leaders, the type of people. If I trust Mr. DeGarmo, I don't care what the product is. We can change that. I'll follow him. Give me a superior product, mechanics, plan, whatever, with somebody who I don't know and I don't trust. I will follow. I'm not saying, okay, if, this is an area of my interest, that product or whatever, the journey, I'll do it. But the minute this transaction is over, let's say I buy the product or whatever, okay, our relationship is done. I'm not following the person. So it's transactional, not like based on relationship. That's why I believe the next chapter, which I will talk about, by the way, is more powerful than what we've had before, for the reasons I will list in a bit. So as we move forward, okay, we can expect I'll give you, updates and progress on the SEC case. On, we will communicate to see if we're mentally ready to start talking about the next phase, and therefore, reveal. But technically, it must be ready before we talk about it. So hypothetical display. I'm not going to be done. We're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, that's a dream. Okay. I'll come here on the screen. I'll walk you through the products. And I tell you, if you're impressed, take it. You don't have to. Not going to be talking about something you don't see. Not going to talk about a dream. On a personal side, I talk to you, I chat to you, I'll tell you all my passion, all my vision. Okay. Yes, no problem. I'm not having that as a secret. But when it comes to the mechanics, a specific product or whatever, or platform, we'll not talk about it. We'll put it out there. We'll tell you, here it is. And then we talk about how to get there and all of that, right? Live. So I'm going to say again, the questions mostly have been around the area of, the next chapter, about if I have team, could they come with me? How much, from the products or the percentages finished, all of that, etc. The stability, the security. Are we going to have something like, like OMail? Are we going to have some repeated? Okay. So I think I'm going to talk about the next chapter more of what it is not. First, it is not ONPASSIVE 2.0. It is not a money-making Ponzi. It is not a refurbished product. Not because we have to. No. This is what we want. It is not going to be multi-level marketing. None. It is not a matrix. It's not a binary. None of that. Not multi-level marketing / MLM. It's not. It is not a passive income program. It is not a program. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And it is not a rebranded ONPASSIVE. Nothing from ONPASSIVE is in the next chapter. Nothing. Sure, the experience, the lessons, yeah. No employees, no locations, not a device, not a single line of code, not an image, not a website, none of that. Which brings me to say, we're not leaving ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is there. still has, even beyond the SEC settlement, there will be a few pending cases and matters that we have to settle and clear. I'll keep you posted on that as we go. To the point is like to what's important, how much you need to know. We don't need to brew too much on negativity. I know people are more intrigued by drama and all of that, but as a brother to you, it's not that productive. Our time, energy, and focus should be where we want to go, to things that actually will make a difference in your life and around you. You want to make an impact. You don't want to die just like it doesn't matter how much you have in your bank account, how tough you are. What matters is what you leave impact to the person next to you, behind you, around you. It is worth it. It is worth it. So keep your eyes on the goal, on the dream, not on the past, and just be more optimistic. Let's do it quietly. One of the mistakes we've learned that showing our success attracted the wrong people. We were a good hunt for them. And obviously we had criminals in-house on the payroll, right? And them seeing your treasure was so attractive to them. But we're not going to boast or blab about that until we win. To me, it's like a naked chicken dancing in front of a fox. We don't have to do that. You know about it. Your families live in it. That's all what matters. And what is the next business? So I kind of like said what is not, and be careful with that. I want to tell you upfront, don't ask me about questions. What about this? Because we've had it on passive. Don't reference to ONPASSIVE. New chapter. Why, Ash, do you believe this is going to be a better success? I tell you what, we've done it before. It was a success. We've attracted millions of people, good and bad, and we've taken the time to weed out those bad, hopefully, and keep the good, deserving people with us. Five, 6 years ago, we didn't have this many committed, loyal, intelligent, sharp leaders. We were fewer, right? And we were still new in our relationship. Now we have a ton of memories, together. We know more about each other. We trust each other more. And we see the possibilities. What do you expect with that? We're talking about hundreds of thousands. So we're not starting from scratch or from the beginning and start building that relationship. This is what I was referring to, and I said, as negative it was, on the corporate side, attracting the wrong people, but at the same time, the best part came out of it, which is attracting you and many thousands around the world. It's a true, international and global network. Say an island, small country, big country, we have somebody there we can count on. Now, together is nothing we cannot achieve. With this desire, strong desire and belief to, the future, doing something better. What makes me believe that we have more experience? We've learned lessons, very expensive lessons. We know exactly what not to do. As much as it was somewhat good success, but that's a price, that's a phase that's taken us to a better, level now. Okay, let's bring this home now, and we. I just want to make sure these are the things I wanted to address.
Perfect, brother.
One more thing. I believe tentatively we may have the Arabic webinar this coming Friday after tomorrow. And then accordingly, we would schedule periodic, sessions. I'm not sure if next Thursday is going to be this, but I hope let's wrap this up. I hope you're more clear that there are still a couple of things that we have to go through before talking about the next chapter, and that ONPASSIVE is not shutting down soon. We will say business as usual, but we choose how to do and perform that business. Okay, good news. We're not going anywhere. A lot has changed, yeah, okay, but still there. So we're compounding on it. Whether it's a bad phase, good phase, what it is, just we're not denying that it happened, and it's a part of who we are. It brought us together. But make no mistake, the next phase of this journey is definitely stronger, better, way bigger. And I'm going to send it back to your brother, Chris Johnson, and see what questions do we have. If I missed any topic, or you want me to clarify any point from what I...
Very good, okay. Brother Ash. I think you hit everything. To me, my knowledge, you said more. I loved it. I want to keep this moving. So I'm going to bring Marty on first. And then if you would like to ask a question or say something, it's not required. Please raise your hand. But I do want to concentrate on a lot of the new people, but I'm going to call everybody. Marty DeGarmo, the floor is yours, brother.
All right. Yeah, that was, that's clear. Bringing up that when it comes to, maybe you're talking about item number 10, that means 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 could already be done, but it wasn't ready to bring out. It's strategic. I love that idea. There's no reason to show all your cards, even though you have a royal flush. Show them one at a time when you need to. I love it. Definitely was a bad year, but I want to say something. As of right now, we got something like 1,900 emails in a day and a half. I started to go through them, and I said, why should I have so much fun? So I asked Red to help me, and he did. A lot of them were the same, obviously. But the general thing was, what about this? What about that? Kind of, some people have a little bit of anxiety and all that. I get it. But there's one thing that, as I thought about it, had a chance to ponder the ideas, when asked, what's this going to be like? What's that going to be like? My answer always comes back to one thing, and it's very simple because I'm a simple guy. Well, is it going to be better? The answer is ask Mufareh. Are we going to be taken care of? The answer is ask Mufareh. Listen, all the crap that went on, we don't even know the details, and frankly, I don't care. Stuff in my life, but I never had anybody walk it and then tell it after the fact. He went with us the whole time. He was ahead of us. We had no idea. He comes in, he's talking like everything's okay. In reality, it probably wasn't okay. I also looked at, when we first got O Connect, I paid $143. I'm going to speak for myself. And I'm only going to use a year, but it went over a year. So for $143, I had O Connect at 1,000 room capacity. Now, even when things went crazy, no money coming in, Ash made it a point that I could have O Connect and all of us, 1,000 room capacity. So I broke it down somewhere around $10.50 a month. Then I looked at Zoom at 1,000 room capacity, and it's over $4,000. And I'm thinking, I think I owe Ash. He doesn't owe me. But the point is, I think if we all look at, I would be nervous if I was in a business one time where there was a problem. You knew there was a problem, but you didn't know quite what it was. And they charged us money every month while they were going through whatever it was. They would say a few things, but it wasn't really clear. And I stuck in there like a few hundred other people, and we go and go and go and go. I think I wound up paying $1,500 that year. And at the very end, it said down for maintenance. And it never came back. So those people had a problem, but you know what they did? They collected some cash before they actually shut down. They were giving us nothing. There was nothing they were giving us in return other than just hold on and a couple fancy words here and there. And that happened more than once. That happened many times, 50 times maybe. So to be here, and I want people to really just, after all the stuff, I don't need to know ahead of time. In fact, I don't think I even ask what's coming next. It's not me. I don't have to do that because he's still here. He was here before, he's here now, and he's leading us still. So I just try to gather people and walk the same direction. And I think if we all just stay cool, because you don't know, you shouldn't think it's bad. Why? Ask Mufareh. He has already proven who he is. I don't think he needs to tell us. Now, if you're having a problem with that, I think maybe you're not plugged in enough or you're not watching or listening what's going on. But I'm very happy with where we're going. I'm happy with the way it's going. I think sometimes we did show our cards too early. It felt kind of strange, the big marketing we were doing, and then it seemed like it was going faster than the company was or the products, and I thought that was kind of weird. But hey, all that happened. But I love the idea that we're going. That's there. It's in pause or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to something new. There's no umbilical cord. There's no attachment, and I love the idea. I think if